I'm feeding my babies, BP.
Okay guys, I'm here with Bree and Jericho's pups, and today I'm going to talk about real quick, real short, what we do at 4 weeks of age to 5 weeks of age. We give them their very first Parvo shot. This clip of the video is really for breeders and try to help you introduce this shot we've been using now for 3 years. It's still relatively new, but it's really good because it's one of the only shots that you can administer as young as 4 weeks of age. I typically will give them around 4.5, 5 weeks of age, just to kind of make the window work out to where right before their pups go home, which is really close to basically right at 7 weeks, it gives us that 10 to 14 day window between their second round of vaccinations, which is generally a 5-way. This shot is made by Nobivac, and it's just the Parvo virus shot of theirs, Nobivac Parvo virus vaccination. And they're partnered with ProGuard, and what's really good about this shot, basically, short version is it's loaded with androgen binding power, that antibody binding power, and it's 8 times stronger than your average Parvo vaccination. And what that means is the actual vaccination will begin working from that 4.5 to 7 week window, well before they come off their mother's immunity in the milk. And that's typically basically the problem that you normally will see with vaccinations and pups still getting Parvo in some breeders' programs. And that's why we're making this video. So far we've partnered with 8 or 9 different other breeders who are now using this as well. And I'm currently, knock on wood, 100% Parvo free since I've ever used this vaccination, and that includes, you know, pups going home to another environment where they're naturally exposed to it, typically for the very first time. So that's what's so good about this shot. I highly recommend it for all you breeders watching our program, watching our video set. The Nobivac Parvo virus vaccination really works well, and if you want to give it a try, it really works well. You can give that a shot with your program. So I'm going to go ahead and basically start giving them their very first round of Nobivac Parvo shots, and I'll show you how I do that, and then we'll cut the video. We don't got to watch the whole litter get their shot, but just as a demonstrative example on how we do that as well. Alright, who wants to get their shot first? You want to get it first? You silly girl. So yeah, stick with me, Daddy. You are not going to be glad you volunteered for this one. No, I'm just kidding. If you do it in the right spot, I try to do it when they're playing and eating, and the pups are really distracted. Obviously use a good needle, and after every 4th or 5th pup, we will actually change the needle and syringe so it stays sharp, and it won't stick them as bad that way either. Of course, you want to keep the label in case the customer would like to document that. We personally just create a medical info sheet, but naturally, you understood, that's something that the vets typically like to see on paperwork when their pups join their families. They transfer that record over. I'm going to get the bubble out. Who wants to go first? I typically use a girl dog on the very first vaccination because, I don't know, ladies first on everything. We do that on close-ups, and if they're going to get sticked, they're at least going to get the sharpest prick so they won't feel as much. So I just stuck her right between the shoulder blades, loosen that skin up, and administer it relatively slowly, or you'll squirt it out of that, the pressure will. And she's good. Naturally, keep track of who you're giving vaccinations to. You don't want to miss nobody. That's why, I mean, we just use the pipe cleaner collars for that. So that is the Nobivac Parvo virus vaccination procedure. that we use here at Southern Kennels. Works well, highly recommend it, and give it a try. If you want to partner with us on our program, feel free to email me, aaron@southernwife.com. We're in the process of currently creating a blog where us breeders can just get together and basically have topics and discuss things like these. Really just a well-rounded approach where no nonsense at all, not trying to sell anybody anything, where we can just, hey, this works for me, this doesn't, and you're more than welcome to join that. We'll be glad to partner with you, especially if you're in the sporting breed department. Doesn't have to be Visuals, doesn't have to be wines, but it kind of helps because the similarities, of course. But thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you and your program improve the vaccination procedures. So.
That's a good girl, BB. She said, I know, Daddy, you got that camera out. I'll pose for the camera. Alright, who's next?